تكلي أني قري تكلي سدك ما موتي تشبهي لكي سفت من قولي مدي تزيل قولي فلقلت أندارا قررتي خايتي سيدم تؤقلا نموسي داوتي نموسي داوتي إيجي تبرد ويأرجي فكينا مثلا أنني إن كنت الدنيا سيدو تاملي بريدو الدنيا أجا ربي سيدا وتيتيا سيدا وتيتيا Leonardo da Vinci surah harkan kase Mona Lisa je makadas mugase Odor bigudan sitana garsise Sila Mona Lisa batire patase Batire patase Rife safeera nanno lash gote Kula dima gubban karma kayinate Kale karshi wajin murmachan chayfate Lafalalu dide Ujito silalte Ujito silalte Baretu oramo Fayfayo magale Kalo muti zonzale mali jakule Mali jakule Ibsitu angatu ya uti filfile Baretu kutiti nagarita kule Kini agarita kule Sila sumam parsa jachana titikata Dapatumul ate dem tuuka tolta Galani agayu kansi umegolta Baretu oromo me akam nagota Me akam nagota Ijite burbudor way urji fakenya Masala anani ilkante adenya Situ tamale baretu adunya Ajaib rabbi sida wutitenya Sida wutitenya.
Welcome back, viewers. I hope you enjoyed the song. Welcome up next is an interview our colleague Mohammed Tahir Abagaro made with the renowned artist Ali Birra. He'll present it as follows.
Half a century of Roman music, renowned artist Dr. Ali Muhammad Birra was born and brought up in Dreddawa in 1948. I met the Oromo music legend Ali Birra and his wife Lile in Jimma University graduation ceremony. The university awarded Ali Birra an honorary doctorate degree of music for his entire life endeavor in developing the art. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir, Mohammed.
Good to see you here. Today, Jimma University awarded you an honorary doctorate degree.
Yes, I got awarded honorary doctorate. It is very joyous and I'm very glad. People too, a lot of people phoned me and congratulated me and terribly happy, very, very happy.
You feel as if you are a graduate.
Definitely.
Big, how you get into music, the whole story.
This long story, but just briefly, I would say I was a teenager, and some youngsters, young fellows, Oromo youngsters, they gathered and they established a group called Afrankallo to sing in Oromo language. When those days was like a taboo, like almost impossible to sing in Oromo language. But these courageous young fellows, they came together and they formed a group called Afrankallo, and they started playing modern Oromo music with modern lyric. And I was a young fellow at the time, I was a teenager, I saw them. I was saying, well, this is possible. And I asked the late poet, lyricist of Oromo called Abubakar Musa to write me a lyric called Birra, and he wrote me that, and I just composed a melody on that lyric, and I joined the group Afrankallo, and it was an Eve for Ramadan, and I went sang, and I sang on the stage that new song, and it get a big feedback from the people. The people liked it, and from there on I just started singing, composing, and developed my skill of singing and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's known that in Ethiopia, families especially do not want their son or their daughter to be a singer. What was your family's opinion towards this?
Well, my parents actually, they separated when I was pretty young, when I was 3-year-old, and my father took custody of me. He brought me up actually, and my father has no much of idea of music and stuff like that. He wanted me actually to go educate myself as much as I can, or if I go and learn some vocational follow vocational training and stuff like that. But I was a teenager, and I love to sing, and we had some conflict, but not very, it wasn't very bad at the time. Yeah.
Have you ever attended any school anywhere to upgrade your skills?
Yeah, when I was in Ethiopia, actually, at the first place, I studied Arabic. My basic education was Arabic. I studied Arabic, and then I went to another school, which is public school. I studied there until grade 6, and then I quit. And then just I started singing and stuff like that. And I moved to Addis Ababa, Filfine, and in Addis I went to Cathedral School. Cathedral School, I used to go and learn there, particularly English. I learned there, and then the revolution whatsoever came, I stopped. Afterward, I met my ex, who is Birgitta, the Swedish lady, and she sent me to extension private school by the post office, Ethiopian post office. I studied there to the level of grade 10, something like that, and then we left actually. When we left,
Here during the ceremony that you were a graduate in one of the universities in...
actually that is abroad. When from Addis Ababa, first we moved to Los Angeles, California. I lived there for approximately 5 years. There I went to Santa Monica College, took a test, and I passed, and then I was allowed to join the college, and I studied music there. Actually, the course would have taken me 2 years, but it took me 3 years. I studied Western 20th century music theory. And I graduated in 1988 with associated degree, AA degree, a course of 2 years in the college. Yeah. Up to there, and then I couldn't continue. I should have gone to the university, but I couldn't. We have to move from America to Sweden. That's why.
I know that during the ceremony you've said that this kind of thing is not only for me, this is also good for the coming generation too.
Yes.
And you are mostly known as a sample or a legend of the Oromo song. What do these new generations learn from you?
Well, I think they can see me like an idol. I'm a musician. I play music since I was a teenager, inexperienced at the beginning, but throughout the time and through experience I developed whatever I'm doing now, and then I got recognition eventually, which is now. So these youngsters, the new generation, if really they put an effort on what they are doing, definitely they can reach whatever I reached. I just got it through experience, developed it from day to day, and then put on it a little bit of, going to school, so I will have an idea about the music I've already did in the past. After I went to school, I started seeing the picture of the songs I used to sing when I didn't have no knowledge of music. So for the new generation is efforts. It requires efforts. If they put an effort and if they work hard, definitely they would reach wherever anybody reached. I am blessed, thanks God. I didn't even expect that I will be awarded. I really appreciate the acknowledgement of the university and the committee who really honored me. And for the new generation, everybody has, I think, that opportunity. Just what it requires is efforts and working tirelessly. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ali. I wish you all the best for you. You too. Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Would you tell us your name and where you were born and brought up?
I'm Lile Marcus, and I was born in the Philippines, and I was brought up in the Philippines, studied in the Philippines, traveled to Germany, and moved to Canada in the 1990.
Nice to meet with one of Oromo legendary in Ethiopia, Ali Birra.
Oh, I guess I'm the luckiest lady. It just happened. Just happened that I met him in 1994, and I was interested in his music, and I found that he's beautiful person, down to earth, but I wasn't aware that he is this adored by his people. Forget about music as a human being. So I'm lucky. I'm the luckiest lady.
Do you understand his music in a sense of music? I'm not saying in a sense of meaning.
I do. I enjoy his music actually. Actually, some of the music I sing them.
Yeah.
You know, I sing some of his music that I love. And he composed one music that I love, and actually the song that